Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Valagar Aloevain. Alright, so we just turned in the quest there for the last part we did. Now we're gonna head back to Yorick and figure out the next part. So in this video we're gonna hit up part 3 and 4, similarly to what we had done in the last video. Where we had hit parts 1 and 2. Again, these quests are fairly quick. So this one here, it sends us to the other far side of the market. So he's just back here, hiding around. Well, not really hiding, but he's just around the corner here. And this one actually sends you into the bank. So we're going to head out there. Now, this quest actually has some unique optionals that are actually often missed. Alright, so the first one here, we head into the side entrance, not the main entrance. And here it is. Now, again, this quest, it does have some unique little extras here. So the first thing I'm going to show you before we actually go in and follow him is once we're leaving that room over there, we're actually going to need to come out here and pull some levers. So the levers you have to pull to complete are located here and there. However, behind this one here, there's also this lever. Now that lever is actually going to unlock all the security deposit boxes. So that might save you a lot of time if you are looking for this one specific optional.
Zircon proceeds through the door to the inner vault. This Warforged must have impressive connections to walk into a house of conjuring vault so blithely.
So basically this quest, it takes us into the vaults of the bank itself. So here is the first one. Now you'll see all these deposit boxes on the side. We do have an optional not to open them. However, if you do decide to open them, again, there are two ways to do it. First off, you can pull the lever down there at the front, which we can't actually do just yet. The other way is we can actually pick the locks on them. So I'll just open this one here for now, just to show you. Now they don't actually have loot inside, so don't feel like, oh well, we're missing out on all this loot. There really isn't anything in here. Alright, so while you're in here, the objective is very simple. You've got to break these two crystals. And that's pretty much the quest. Like, this one can be done super fast. Simply breaking the crystals and then pulling the two levers there to complete. As you're noticing here, it does spawn in some iron sentinels. Now these are endless spawns. They will continuously respawn. Those two specifically will respawn until you break these crystals. So the faster you break them, the faster that is done and over with. So you can actually sit in here and get that kill list that you need in order to complete. So I'm just gonna break these crystals as quick as we can. Now I want to point out, it is resistant to most forms of magic. However, specifically force damage, so like magic missile, it does take additional damage from. The other point is right here, actually, it's gonna spawn in the next, start spawning in the next wave of enemies. So this is gonna be where, if you really want to sit and get those kills after you go through and kill the crystals, this is where they'll spawn. So this one here spawns a little bit better, as they're spawning in 3 at a time rather than just the 2. So there's our Reaper. Alright. So it does help to have invisibility if you want to sneak
It
past.
seems the bank alarm has drawn a
Alright,
sticky
so
guard, which
now
means
again
it can
there's
be
an
turned
optional
in
to
order to
not kill
escape.
the guards. So if you have 2 party members, it's good to send one in to pull the lever on this side and one in to pull the lever on that side. That is the faster way to do it. If, however, one gets the aggro of the enemies, you can just obviously have the second person go in and pull them. That's how you can get the don't kill the guards. Though, we're not worried about that. We're actually going to pull this deposit box release lever and then sneak right back upside and head in here. Now this optional, it doesn't actually say anything yet about what we're supposed to be doing. But basically what happens is, here just in case more spawn in one of these deposit boxes, which we've now gone ahead and unlocked them all, so we don't actually have to use your thieves tools, it will spawn in a small portal. Now it doesn't tell you which one, and some of them will have some minor items, but as you can see they all drop upon leaving, so there really isn't any point to picking them up. But one of them is going to actually have a portal inside of it. Now the portal does move around, so I'm not sure if there's a specific way to tell. There's no way to tell which one has it, from my understanding, without opening them all up here. But once we can find it, somewhere, it will actually teleport us to another section which has a couple optionals for us. So yeah, there it is, just a small little hidden vault portal. And here it will take us here. So the first thing we gotta do is take out our Vault Guardian. Now he spawns in the moment that you start attacking that crystal. Once he's destroyed, you can finish just taking out the crystal. Now this crystal does have a little bit more hit points than the other ones there. I like how he's still yelling at us when we're attacking it. And once that happens to go down, it brings you into this room. Now this room, the moment you open up any one of these deposit boxes, all of them are going to open up, and they just have some undead inside. And once the undead are killed, again another optional, and as you see there is 2 chests in here, one here and one right here. Nothing special drops out of either one, it's just an extra little bit of loot for you. Now one thing you'll notice here is we can actually attack this crystal here. It doesn't actually do a lot of damage, as you can see from its hit bar. It is slowly going down. Unfortunately, even if you break this one, it's not like it opens up the path here, which was my original thought. I'd actually spent the time there the one day to try and break it, as well as try and break the other one here. But you're not actually able to get through and destroy them, unfortunately. I don't know if you like charm a Reaper, which is able to be done. You can charm Reapers if you do have a charm monster spell. So if you came in here at a little higher level, that would be something to test. It's something I might test there in the future to see if they could port through and actually start smashing it, because they do have the ability to go through the walls. It would be interesting to know if they go through, if breaking them all will actually shut off these barriers. But honestly, I don't think it is. I think the barriers are just, you know, solid walls with the crystals behind them, you know, set up as a little bit extra. Kind of like a flavor thing added in. Alright. So the last thing, obviously, if you go through and do those two optionals, of course you can't do the optional for not opening the boxes. And the last thing here, all we gotta do is pull these levers. Now I am gonna try and sneak through, get them pulled. It's not looking like it's gonna work here. So I'm just gonna get the aggro of the people. Call in the hireling. And actually have the hireling go and pull the levers. Except they don't wanna come in here and do that. So there's our first lever. Be able to get that one. So these ones here, oh, a little bit of lag, that's not a good thing. I need to do a top up here. So as you can see, getting them while you have the aggro of the enemies can be a little bit difficult. Once the levers are pulled, however,
leaving the exit clear.
The guards are like, oh, well, the alarms aren't on, it must not be you. Yeah, as you see, they only pay me to kill people when the alarms are off. Today's your lucky day, so get out of here. You don't actually get anything extra for killing them. It does fill up the monster manual with the unique name, Guard Folger. But other than that, that's it. There is no end chest to here. Of course, they're a bank. They're not in the habit of giving away money. But that's that quest there. So it's a simple quest, or rather, can be simple, can be done really, really quickly. Just rush in there, break the crystals, run out, pull the levers, you're done. If you pull the two side levers first, however, it does lock the one that has the one for the deposit boxes. So if you are going to go for those deposit boxes, make sure you hit that one first before you go through and hit the other two to stop them from attacking. As well, if you are going to pull those two side levers, I definitely recommend not doing the optionals, as once you do that, like, you don't get any count for any of the kills or any of the breakables that you get there. So it's better to, if you're going to do the deposit box, just do them before pulling the levers to get you that extra experience there as well. Alright, and now we're on to the, I believe it's the Bookbinder's Rescue, I believe. Yes. Alright. This one is just located here. Now, this one I actually like because it actually has two entrances to the quest. So the first one, which is flashing, is this door here. However, if you choose to climb up the ladder, which is actually the path that I choose to enter, they have a second door right here through the window. And this is actually the one that I choose to enter in on. Alright, so first thing, as soon as we get in here, right around the corner, immediate enemies. Now, I want to point out that this quest has changed from what it was originally. Originally, it was a real pain in the butt, simply because, as you notice, our objective is to find the members of the family. However, in the past, well, just like now, the members can actually die. However, in the past, if one member died, that was a quest failure. And, you know, oftentimes, you know, they will die before you even fully get into a room, or it was a big hassle. So the change that they made it now is it's actually just an optional whether or not they survive. And if you get experience for everyone that does survive. Alright, so as you see, there are several rooms here. Each of these doors are actually trapped. So if you do get the trap box, these doors are now no longer targetable. So you can't no longer swing and break like shoot the door or use your sword and swing and break the door. So right now, as you notice, we'll kill these guys here first. So as you notice, if I hover over top of it right now, it's got the little red point to say it's an attackable target. I get the control panel, and now it's just the white one saying it's no longer attackable. So what I recommend when doing this quest specifically is just go around, grab all these traps first. Now don't let this fool you. There's actually a second one on the other side of this door. And just give this door a wide berth, as if you walk too close to it, the trap will also still activate. Alright, now that we've got all the traps, all that's left is to open up the doors and find the items. So there's two ways to do it. First, you can actually use like a fireball or any type of blast spell to open the door. However, the way that the game cues it is you had somebody who can disable the lock. You can just pick the lock as well to open the doors. And we're getting no luck on those family members. Just 3 rooms left. Alright, so from here, this time I recommend going through this door first rather than this door. Honestly, it doesn't matter. This is just, again, a personal preference. So here we were able to kill them, and they actually have a secret door between these 2 rooms that can rush in and break them. Alright, so as you notice, we had found 2 members, and they had kind of taken off. So we can actually select come with me if you want to live. I know, just picturing Arnold's voice every time I say it. And we can drag them to one of the 2 exits. So the first exit is actually just around the corner here where we entered. And the other one would be where the other entrance to the quest is, which is just down there. So as you'll see, we did get 200 experience for each of these people now. So it is handy to go through. The last 2 people must be behind this room, and it will give us information as soon as we find them. So here he is attacking them. Now that they're dead, we can again come with me if you want to live. And we can drag them all the way to the start of the quest. Now I find that a lot of times they do get stuck on that doorway and don't want to go all the way, and find this is actually an easier exit to drag them to. And that's it. It's a very simple, very straightforward quest, and like I said, they've made a lot of changes to this quest to the point where you no longer technically need to make sure they stay alive. You just gotta find them. Alright, well, that's it for this one. We do just have, I believe, 2 more quests here to this chain, which we'll get up to in the next video. So thank you again for joining us, and I will see you guys later. Have a good one, all.